Good morning, students. Today we continue our topic list. Today we discuss list functions and methods. There are several functions which are associated with list, which are used to perform several tasks. So some of these functions are, first one is pop method. Actually, functions and method are the same things. Somewhere I have written function, somewhere I have written method. These both are the same thing. These both are not different. Okay, so first one is the pop method, or we can say pop function. This method is used to remove single element from the list and return the list. Return the value, not the list. The syntax of the pop method is list dot pop, and we have to pass index in the pop method. Index means the item which you want to remove, we have to give the index of that particular item. So pop method accept the index of that particular item. Index is optional if skipped last element is deleted. If you have not given the index over here, so the last element of the list by default will be deleted, will be removed from the list. Let's see it with the help of example. Suppose our list is L1. The elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I have used the method L1.pop. L1 is the list. According to syntax, we have to given here the list variable L1.pop, and no argument is given. If no argument is given means it will remove the last element from the list. So it will give the last element. Last element is removed in this function, in this method. Last element is removed. Suppose if you want to remove some other elements whose index which let us here L1 dot pop 3. 3 is the index. 0 1 2 3. The index of 3 is, the index of 4 is 3, so here 4 is removed. So this method is used when you want to store the element being deleted for later use. So this will remove 4 from the list. Item equals to L1 dot pop 0. Pop 0 means 0 index means the first element. So if you want to remove the first element, and you can, if you want to use this value, and you can, if you want to assign this value to some variable, so you can use pop variable also. So item will contain the first element of the list, because here I have passed 0 index, so item will consist of first element, which is 1. This is pop method. Practice it. You can write all this method, this code in your interactive mode, and you can run this. Pop actually returns the elements whose index and pop also return the value, so that you can use the value for your further use. If you don't want to use, you can simply use pop in this format, and if you want to use the value, you can use the pop in this way. Okay, now our second method is index method. This function returns the index of the first matched item from the list. If the item is not in the list, it will raise error. So this will return the index of the particular item. If you want to find the item, index of the item, so you can use the index method. Suppose the syntax is list dot index item, the index of the particular item which you want to know, so you can use this index method. Suppose our list consists of 12, 13, 14, 15, 13 again, 16. Now I have used index method L1 dot index. I want to know the index of the element 13. Look at here, 13 is here and here also, but the index will give the first value. The first value which is matched with our argument, it will return the index. So it will give the index 0 1. 13 has index 1, so it will return 1. L1 dot index 42. The value 42 is not in our list, so it will give an error. 42 is not in a list. Okay, this is called value error. Our next method is append. This method add an item to the end of the list. Append method is used to add item to the end of the list. It always add a single item to the end of the list. Append is generally used to add single item, not multiple item. Syntax is list dot item, and the item means value you have to pass in it. Look at the example. L1 equals to 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I append L1 dot append 16. I append new value 16. So 16 is added to the list at the last. So when I print L1, 12, 13, 14, 15, all these values as it is, and 16 is added to the last of the list. So append method is used to add single item to the list. Again another example. L1 equals to A, B, C, D. Here these are the characters. Now I append L1 dot, sorry, it is dot. L1 dot append E. L1 dot append E. Now I am adding element E to the last of the list. So when I print L1, A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Append does not return new list. Actually it works on the same list. It does not create a new list. So all the time you have to know it. Okay. It does not give a new list. Now another method, extend. Look, here in append you are only able to add single item, but with the help of extend you can add multiple item in the form of list. Look at here. The extend method is used for adding multiple elements in a list form to a list. In a list form means you have to give the elements in the form of list. Syntax list dot extend, and you have to pass list over here. Okay, either list or the list variable. First list L1 equals to 1, 2, 3, L2 equals to 4, 5, 6. So here we are using two lists. Now L1 dot extend L2. It means in L1 you are adding the elements of the list L2. So L1 have 1, 2, 3, and after running this method 4, 5, 6 are also added in this L1, not in L2. L2 is not changed, but L1 is changed. So if you print L1 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, after running this L1 elements have new elements have added 4, 5, 6, which is of L2. This is the syntax to add this list to L1. Here we are adding L2 to L1 with the help of extend. So look at here. Here multiple items are added. 1, 2, 3 are already here in the L1, but 4, 5, 6 are already added. So here we pass L2 as a list variable. Extend does not return new list. It does not return new list. It works on the same list. L2 is not changed. Look at here. When I print L2, L2 is same 4, 5, 6, which is previously same. Now L3 equals to L2 dot extend. Now we are going to check whether extend is going to return any list or not. So we are using L2 dot extend. It means in L2 we are going to add L1. It means 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and we are creating another list L3. So what to do? When we print L3, nothing is printed because extend does not return anything. We have written here extend method does not return new list. So it means it does not create a new list. It will add these L1 elements into L2, and these values, this list is not assignable because it does not return anything. So L3 is empty list. It does not contain anything. Another method is insert. If you want to insert an element somewhere in between or any position of your choice, then you have to use insert method. Suppose if you want to insert element in a list at your particular location, at some particular location, then you can use insert method. Syntax is list dot insert, and it accepts two arguments. First one is position and second is the value, which is item. It means this item where you want to add in the list, you have to give position also. Let's see it with the help of example. L1 equals to 1 2 3 4. These are the element of L1. Now I am inserting some item. L1 dot insert at position at index 2 and the value is 6. So 6 is inserted at position 2, 0 1 and 2. In place of 3 you are adding 6. So 3 is shifted towards right, and the new elements will be 1 2 6 3 4. Now when you print L1, so the output will be 1 2 6 3 4. So 6 is inserted at the index 2. This is the main concept of insert, position as well as value. You have to pass two arguments. Again, second example, L2 equals to A, B, C. These are the character values. Now L2 dot insert at index 0 and the value is x. So x is added at the beginning of the list. When you print L2 equals to x and the elements as it is A, B, C. Insert takes two argument and return no value. It does not return any value because it works on the same list and does not create a new list. Another method is remove method. Remove and pop. Previously we have studied pop. Since pop remove the item when you know its position. In pop, when you know the position of the item, you can remove. Position means index. While if you know the value but not its position, then it will be removed by the remove method. But with the help of remove method, you are able to remove those items whose index you don't know but still you want to remove it. So you remove it with the help of remove method. Let's see what is the syntax. List dot remove value. You have to pass only the value which you want to remove. Example, L1 equals to again 1 2 3 4 5. Now I want to remove 4. I know the item but not its position, so I am using remove L1 dot remove 4. So when I print L1, 4 is removed, 1 2 3 5, 4 is removed. This does not return anything. It does not return anything means it works on the same list and not return the list to another variables. Again, second example, L2 equals to A, B, C, D, E. These are the character values. Now I want to remove L2 dot remove C. So after removing C, L2 equals to A, B, D, E. C is removed from here. So you are removing the items by knowing their value, not by their index, not by their positions. While pop remove the item by their position, not by their values. 7. Next function is clear. It will remove all the items from the list and list becomes empty after this function. It means list will clear all the items from the list and the list will exist. List will not be removed. There is an empty list. Okay. Syntax is list dot clear. It does not accept any value. Okay, any argument. Example, L1 equals to 4 5 6 7. L1 dot clear. L1 dot clear when I run, so all the elements will be removed and the list L1 is empty list. When I print L1, it will be empty list. When we use del L1, del L1 will remove the list also and the items also. So list L1 will not exist. But while clear will remove the items only, not the list. List will exist. List will be empty list. So it is written del L1 remove the list also, while clear removes all element not list. Okay. This is the main difference between del and clear. Count. This function return the count of the item that you've passed as argument. If the item is not in the list, it will return 0. It means it's check how many times a particular item will be in the list, whether 1 times, 2 times, or if it does not present in the list, the count method will return 0. Syntax is list.count and you have to give the value also. Example, L1 equals to 15, 16, 17, 18, 15. Now L1 dot count 15. Now the 15 here is 2 times, so it will give 2. L1 dot count 25. 25 is not in the list, so it will return 0. So count is used to check how many times a particular item in a list it will give the value, as well as if it is not present in the list it will return 0. Now our next method is reverse. Reverse all the elements of the list. It reverses the item in the list. It does not create a new list. It also does not create a list. Syntax is list dot reverse. Example L1 1 2 3 4 5. When I call use the method L1 dot reverse, all elements are reversed. List will become 5 4 3 2 1. So this is used to reverse the list, this method. Last method is sort. Sort is used to arrange the list either in ascending or descending order. The sort function sorts the item of the list by default in increasing order. It means by default it will arrange the items in increasing order. Syntax is list dot sort. Example L1 equals to E I Q A Q P. So these all elements are not arranged in alphabetical order. When I use the sort method L1 dot sort, so L1 will come in, it will be all the items will be arranged in alphabetical order, A E I P Q Q. So these elements will be arranged in increasing order.